What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I want to talk to you guys today about the man who made and created the Bronze Bomber. His name is Evgeny Romanov. You know, this guy is a professional. He was an amateur. He stopped Deontay Wilder in the Olympics, making him the Bronze Bomber. Okay. Bronze represents the third person to in place and ranking of the Olympic trials, and Romanov is the person that done that. Now, the question is, Evgeny Romanov is a heavyweight. He's only has, I think he's 13-9, and all of his fights been in Russia. And the question is, I think the question would be to ask is where the hell is he? And most importantly, does he have Deontay Wilder's number still to this day? Right? That's the question you ask yourself. You know, Romanov has these short, compact punches. He's only 6 foot tall, and he gave Deontay Wilder a lot of problems. Now, I know a lot has changed since then for the most part. I think Deontay was really not coordinated like he is now. I think he's more sharper. I think his punches are he's better at placing his punches than he used to be, because in the Olympic trials, he just looked uncoordinated. Romanov would come right over his jab, counter that jab each and every time, making him a sure target for those short, compact punches. He was going to the body, and he was really rocking Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder's been hurt. He's been down by a fighter. I can't remember his name right now. I'm pretty sure people will show me in the comments, but you can't find that fight anywhere, right? And this was by a journeyman. Now, my thing is, if Deontay Wilder, if his objective is to right all his wrongs with Luis Ortiz first, Tyson Fury second, I think that he should put Evgeny Romanov on that list, because this is the guy that created him. This is the guy why he's not the silver bomber, right? He's the bronze bomber for a reason, because he was beaten out. Okay, so that's what put him in third place. And I think if he's righting wrongs, he should definitely fight Evgeny Romanov. Now, I know all of his fights have been in Russia. I know he's only had 13 fights, but that would be a fight that could build. It kind of puts you in the mind of, because I'm a movie buff, right? The Great White Hype. And it had Samuel Jackson. You had was it not John Voight? Damon Wayans, right? And he was undefeated, just like Deontay was. And he had like 40 fights, a similar record that Deontay has right now. And he was knocking people out, and people were getting tired of him beating up nobodies, right? And so they had to find a gimmick, Samuel being his promoter, somewhat like a Don King-like promoter. And they had to find someone that could sell, because he wasn't selling and they couldn't pay. I think it's James Roper. That was his name. James the Reaper Roper. That was Damon Wayans' name, right? He was the boxer on the movie. And they wanted someone to sell a good fight, so they placed, I can't remember his name. He's a director now. Peter Berg. Okay, there we go. And they wanted Peter Berg to come out of retirement. He was a rock star, but he beat James the Reaper Roper in the amateurs. So they found this dude from Ohio. He was, he had his own band, and, he had this crazy lifestyle, and they whipped him into shape, and he didn't even have a professional record. You know what I mean? And it was just a spectacle, but it did sell because, when you mix and you match up different nationalities and different races, people like to see that, because boxing is emotional. Really, nothing has changed from movies to real life. The only difference is Romanov is a professional. Romanov is an undefeated fighter, so no one has beaten Romanov professionally. So if Romanov I think it's his promotion. All of his fights are in Russia. I think he needs to get out of Russia, take a fight in Canada or the US at some point and be showcased, be known, because a lot of people really don't know who this guy is, and this guy is definitely a person that Deontay Wilder, I feel, wants to right this wrong, because this wrong is what made him who he is today, and by showing everybody, hey, I'm not that guy that just got into the sport, that just got in through the Olympic trials and then got beat. I did place, but where the reason I placed to where I was is because this guy beat me, and his name is Evgeny Romanov. Now, I think that a lot of tall fighters, not just Deontay Wilder, naturally has problems with shorter fighters. They would prefer to fight someone, parallel to their height. But Romanov is 6 foot tall. He can crouch. He throws these short, compact punches. He has a tight guard. He likes to work the body. His motto is, kill the body and the head will die. The question is, when he was able to counter Deontay Wilder over that jab, can he do that now? If I'm Deontay Wilder, I imagine that's what I would want to ask myself. Can this guy still beat me like he beat me before? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Evgeny Romanov and being summoned by the Bronze Bomber. Do you think that fight will ever happen? Can it happen? Will Deontay Wilder pick that fight? Is he even worried about it? You guys let me know. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunch. Peace.